It's ladies special today. So our two experts are with us. Gaurang Shah of Geojit BNP Paribas Financial Services will answer all our stock queries. And Pankaj Matpal of Optima Money Managers is our personal finance expert. But before we get started, let me take this opportunity to give my heartiest congratulations to Pankaj for making it to the Board of Directors of the Financial Planning Standards Board of India. So along with the likes of Justice Sri Krishna of the Supreme Court. So Pankaj, many congratulations.
Thank you very much.
And I hope you continue to indulge us. All right, so let's get started. We have a first caller on the line with us already. Sunena calls in from Bangalore. Hi, Sunena.
Hi.
Hi, what's your question?
It's about Coal India. I have 300 shares of Coal India at rupees 340 and I'm planning to hold it for 2 to 3 years. So how is the stock and should I hold it on?
Okay, so before I toss it to our expert, Nigel, I'm sure you have a few comments on Coal India as well.
All right, Coal India, yeah. In fact, Sumaya, if you were a retail investor, you would have got it at around 340 rupees in that OFS because it was at around a 5% discount. So if you did subscribe, well, then you got 100% allotment, mind you, because there was a large chunk that was kept for retail investors. Then, in fact, we were making good money and we're getting positive comments on a day-to-day basis that 1 billion tons per annum is going to be reached. 2020 is the deadline. But as we speak, if you just look at the run rate, Coal India has done around 399 million tons for the first 10 months. So in the final 2 months, they'll have to do close to around 100 million tons to match that figure of around 500 million tons. But we have our expert with us, so let's go straight across to him. Gaurang is with us. Gaurang, tell us, what do you think about Coal India?
Yes, Nigel, thank you for those inputs. I think you made my job a little bit more easier. Firstly, a disclosure, we do have a positive coverage and we are working with a price target about 445 to 465. Given the 2-year time horizon that the lady has, I think it's well justified keeping in mind that this particular company is into mining business. And incremental positives it is in terms of output, like you rightly mentioned, and realizations. Our view is that this company can go miles ahead with the kind of reserves, natural reserves, of course, of coal that it has under its belt, and the kind of requirement of coal that India has. It's one of the largest companies. Overhang in terms of OFS is now done and dusted with. We believe that that floor price is going to be acting as a very strong support. My view is that our targets of 445 to 465 could get revised upwards in case if the output remains steady and moves upwards and realization gets better off. So as of now, hold on to it. And if somebody wants to enter it at lower level, I think anywhere close to about 360 to 340, the range could be a decent range wherein one can enter it afresh.
All right, then hold on if you've gotten, and in fact, if you want to buy again, then 340 to 360 is the level you should be looking to get into. But our next caller is already standing by. So Radhika calls us from Mumbai, and she has a personal finance query. Hi, Radhika.
Hi, I interned last summer and made some money which I would like to invest.
All right, congratulations.
I can invest about 3,000 to 4,000, but I have no idea where, what, and how to invest. So, what are my best options?
All right, Radhika, good going on you. First of all, you earned that money. In fact, you saved it as well. So that's good going. And don't worry, we have our expert with us. We have Pankaj with us. He's going to help you, and he's going to tell you exactly what you can do. Pankaj?
Radhika, I really appreciate you that you are taking decision of investing your money, which you earned through your internship. Choice of scheme can be determined mainly factors like objective of investment, risk appetite, and your time horizon. So considering your profile, I recommend you to invest in equity mutual fund through SIP route. So because you already said that you can invest for long term, here for long term, equity as an asset class has always has given higher return compared to other asset classes. So you should invest in diversified equity mutual fund through SIP route, and schemes like ITC Prudential Value Discovery Fund or Birla Sun Life Frontline Equity Fund can be good choice for you.
Okay, and stay invested for the long term.
That is very important.
Yeah, gain from the magic of compounding. Radhika,
there's some news coming in there. The SEBI chairman is saying he's still evaluating whether if the market will be open on budget day as well. So that's something that we'll be looking forward to. Let's see whether or not traders get a chance to play the market with the budget.
All right, so that'll be your first. So let's see if that comes through. So next Saturday is what we have to look out for. Up next, we have Ratna, who's called in from Chandigarh. Hi, Ratna.
Hi, ma'am. First of all, congratulations for your wonderful journey of 15 years.
Thank you so much, Ratna, and thanks so much for tuning in.
Yeah. Ma'am, I have 50 shares of Auro Pharma Limited.
Okay.
At around 156 rupees.
Okay.
So, actually I had bought 100 shares, but 50 of them I sold at around 500 rupees.
Okay.
So you can say मुझे घाटा हो रहा है इसमें अभी. So 50 shares I am still holding. So मुझे क्या करना चाहिए? What should I do with these shares?
Okay, Ratna, I doubt you're making any loss or ghata, as you say. You're still making about 45,000 rupees, which is not bad actually. And just this morning, one of the bigger brokerages, Bank of America, says that they see a 38% upside potential from the current price of Aurobindo Pharma. So you still have a long way to go. But Gaurav, what's your advice? Remain invested?
Yes, Sumera, and there is no gata, of course. Because if you think the way you're thinking, then you will never be happy making money in the stock market. So be happy that you've made money and your cost has actually come down to virtually negligible after the part portion that you sold of your 100 shares. Now you have 50 shares. Fantastic set of numbers by the company. Great lineup in terms of product launches in the domestic as well as overseas market. Niche products with high margin impact. This is one of the stocks, Sumera, that we had identified in November of 2013, just somewhere around Diwali at somewhere about 200, 225, and it has grown multiple folds, and it's one of the star performer in the pharma pack. We continue to like the stock. As a disclosure, we have revised our target upwards. Though she is making decent profit, huge profit if I can use that word, given the fact that the potential of upside is still there, I would advise to hold on to it. Maybe, 5-10% upside, you can look at booking at least 25 shares additional profit, and that 25 shares that you book out of it, my advice would be to, move into Axis Bank in the private sector banks or something like an oil marketing company like BPCL, wherein as a disclosure, we do have a positive coverage, and the balance 25 shares of Aurobindo, I think you can go to sleep. It will give you fantastic set of options.
All right, Gaurav, perfectly put it. I mean, Ratna, good going on you. You bought 50 shares, you bought 100 shares, you partially booked some of them. Then Gaurav tells you that, in fact, if you see another 5-10% hike, then maybe you can sell another 25 shares and then go to sleep and sit on those profits. So good going on you. Congratulations on a very, very good investment.
We have Reshma, who's called us from Mumbai with a query on ITC. Hi, Reshma.
Hi. I'm holding 20 stocks of ITC at the rate of 391. I'm generally a short seller, so shall I keep the stocks or sell it off?
You mean to say you invest only for the short term, is it?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. Gaurang, she invests for the short term, but the stock that she has selected is more of a long-term play. What would you advise her?
Well, Sumera, I think she's identified a very wrong stock just before the budget to get invested in from a short-term point of view, because for the last many budgets, we have seen excise duty hike on tobacco and tobacco-related product business products in the market, and this is where ITC has a little bit of overhang. And of course, over a medium to long term, the company is able to pass on any kind of hike to the end consumer and thereby maintaining the margin. Now, if she is really a short-term player and if she cannot have the option of extending her time horizon, my view is to advise her that any kind of rally on the upside before the budget, she can use it to lighten up, or else if you can change the time horizon, hold on to it. The company has made fresh investments in new businesses to move away from the concentration of tobacco business contribution that it has on the balance sheet on top line and bottom line. This will augur well over a longer period of time. With a long-term time period, 1 year, we have a target about 425. But in case if she is compelled with that short-term time horizon, I think she should use upsides to lighten up before the budget.
All right, Reshma, that's the advice for you. And in fact, it's very sensible advice, because ahead of the budget, like Gaurang mentioned, this is just not the stock to remain invested in. So if you see any sort of an upside, you want to cash out. And if not, you might want to consider actually being a long-term investor. For the longer term, it's actually one of the better bets. But up next, there's Ruchi, who's on the line with us from Mumbai. Hi, Ruchi.
Hi.
Go ahead. What's your question?
I want to query on the two stocks. One is Suzlon.
Okay.
And second is L&T Finance Holdings.
Okay. So what's your question on Suzlon? You already own some shares.
I already owned 100 shares of Suzlon at the rate of 20, and I hold with a budget point of view.
I'm sorry, you hold?
Hold with a budget point of view.
Oh, okay. And what about L&T Finance?
And the second one, I didn't enter in the stock. I want to buy. So I want the view whether it's the right time to enter in this stock or not.
Okay.
And if right time, then what's the target for this?
Okay, Gaurang, we're hearing a lot that there could be some sort of a push for renewable energy in this time's budget, and in any case, Suzlon has seen a lot of other fundamental news flow as well, with Dilip Sanghvi moving into this stock. So would you advise her to remain invested in it? She's bought it at 20 levels, and the other query is it a good time to buy L&T Finance?
Well, first of all, let me say that somebody invested in Suzlon is making money is music to my ears after a very long time. And my advice firmly is, and even if you look at the numbers, Sumaira, it has been a great disappointment in terms of the losses that the company has been gathering. To lighten up on the debt which is there on the balance sheet, they have been consistent enough to sell off incremental positive assets that they have on the balance sheet. Now, this doesn't really augur well. Yes, big corporate house taking some kind of stake in the company is good news. But, in terms of budget positivity is also, Sumaira, there are a lot of competition from the organized and unorganized sector in this particular field. So my advice is that forget about budget. You're making some profit. Take your money off the table. You want to deploy or you want to buy L&T Finance and Holding, well, my advice is that if you want to look at NBFC stroke new bank license kind of triggers, then IDFC is a better stock. I think a while back, Nigel was mentioning about this particular stock. Rollout of banking license operations will definitely re-rate this particular stock. So my view is exit Suzlon, and whatever money you have, you can either buy IDFC, or I would say that if you want to look at some safer bets from a long-term point of view, then Tech Mahindra from the IT pack is a better pick.